So guys, today I decided to highlight for you some of my most favorite perfumes in January 2023, some of which are new in my collection, others are not, but they are all equally loved and worn, so make sure to keep on watching to find out more about them. Check out the description box for more health information and definitely drop a comment sharing with me your most favorite fragrances of January, and don't forget to like this video as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel. And after you're done with that, we can get started. So hello and welcome everyone to kinda the first monthly favorites episode of 2024, and I have a really nice selection of fragrances to share with you. And you might actually see that I was going through different phases, and it is very typical for me to fall in love with a certain perfume and then search some other fragrances in my collection that would be similar in style to it. So I was really into more cozy and fluffy fragrances and really got inspired by Lumiere Blanche from Olfactive Studio, which is a great niche brand, especially for those who love high quality perfumes. And their concept is nice too, when every fragrance is inspired by a certain photography, and this is the one for this gorgeous, very light and beautiful perfume. It has been snowing in Germany last month, so it was kind of nice to wear it during the snowfall. And Lumiere Blanche is really the softest, most beautiful woody perfume you will ever find. It has a bit of a greener and a little bit aromatic opening, I guess because of the cardamom part, and it's amazing, especially in combination with star anise and cinnamon. It's not too spicy, but it's quite aromatic and opening, especially because the dry down is rather soft, woody. We have beautiful creaminess of sandalwood mixed with texture of iris that is slightly powdery, and almond that brings in almost a sweet nuance without making it gourmand or candy sweet. It is all about musk, woods, and even tonka beans, so it's kind of powdery but in this elusive way, kind of like falling snowflakes. So I really love this cozy, warming, skin-like perfume because it's just so wearable. I've been enjoying it on the everyday basis for myself. I kept a sample of it in my purse so I could reapply throughout the day because it is not the strongest one. It is rather intimate, and I absolutely adore how light and easy it is. If you love soft, powdery perfumes, you will definitely enjoy this absolutely unisex perfume that is perfect for any situation. So I really want to put it on your radar in case you're not familiar with it. And also, this is an amazing brand that I highly recommend you to discover, and I have kind of like a collection overview of their fragrances, so make sure to check out that video in case you want to dive deeper into their line. But as I've said, I was really going through different phases and stages in my perfume obsession this month, and this muskiness, elusive, creamy woodiness really got to me. Like, I was looking for more perfumes in that style, and so I bought Juliette Hessegan's Ode to Dullness, and this is their new release in a very beautiful bottle. You might have already seen it on my Instagram, how I unpacked it, and if not, definitely follow me there. I would highly appreciate that. But you guys, this is kind of like a similar idea of a beautiful woody and musky fragrance, and even the notes, if we compare these two fragrances, are very much alike. We got cashmere wood, sandalwood, tonka bean, and star anise in both of these fragrances, but if you compare them side by side, I would say Lumiere Blanche is a bit more complex. You get like that creamy, beautiful, sweet touch of almond and cardamom that is not in Ode to Dullness. For me, it is even muskier, and I like how well it projects, being such, you know, quiet perfume. It projects really well. It has beautiful sillage, and it's just soft. It traps you into this scent of elegance without being too dominant. It just smells like your skin but better, and I love that effect in perfumes. And even in the cold weather, it has been performing amazingly. So yeah, I just love to wear it for myself, but in fact I was wearing it out a lot just because of the comfy feeling it gave me. And yeah, it's great right now when it's cold. I'm not into musky perfumes when it is too hot because they can be a little bit heavy. However, there is a musky perfume that is very fresh and crisp, and you guys know that I love Initia's Musk Therapy, but I don't have it because there is a dupe by Diwan called Therapy, which is almost the same but way more affordable, and I love this very fresh, green, juicy, musky fragrance, which is one of a kind because it is mixed with citrusy notes, with ethereal florals, and it is just so bright and awakening that I just love to wear it during the day, especially when I wake up in the morning. It has this beautiful wake me up effect, and it's long lasting, and it smells clean and gorgeous, and I get so many compliments for it, and especially during the first half of January when I was still, you know, staying home and kind of relaxing after the holidays. It has been such a great fragrance to enjoy. So yeah, it's nice out, but it is equally as gorgeous in, and I'm not sure what is happening to my waist right now, but I'm so sorry. Anyway, I really love this perfume, and just in case you like fresh perfumes and you like musk, this is a try. By the way, I have discounts for some of the fragrances I'll be mentioning today. So the best way to check them out would be look them up in the description box. There is all the help information, but feel free to ask down below in the commentary section. However, we are done with those clean, ethereal, creamy, woody, musky fragrances. Now let's talk about patchouli. Patchouli that I've been really into this month, for which I plan to buy Coromandel from Chanel, but it is still too expensive for me. And after I discovered this Greek brand Theodoros Kalottinis, and by the way, check out the video in which I shared with you my first impressions on their most hyped fragrances, I realized that I don't really need Coromandel, because in the collection is this fragrance Lily, which is so similar to Coromandel, and I kind of talked you through the fragrances in my recent live stream, so you might want to rewatch that, or in case you miss it, just check it out. And there's another perfume in the collection which is quite patchouli-ish, but not in the Coromandel style, called Royal Orchid. And oh my god, this is one of the most complimented fragrances this month for me, and it's crazy because like I don't even overspray it. I might spray it once on me, and anytime I wear this perfume, people ask me about it or just tell me that I smell nice, and it's gorgeous. I mean, like, I am a big fan of patchouli. I feel like it is one of the most luxurious and truly expensive smelling notes that always adds something very high quality and niche to fragrances. This is rather like sourish patchouli mixed with oud, but it is not too heavy, it is rather fresh. Think about Coco Mademoiselle, but not a dupe, not a fragrance in that style, but just like the effect of freshness about that patchouli, if you know what I'm talking about, because it's not like a hippie style patchouli, is so pleasant and also very enjoyable and likable. So I'm a big fan, and I love that it is still fresh, not too heavy, but yeah, it was really lovely to wear it, and it goes really well with cold weather because it has that warming effect to it. However, if we are talking about cold weather and delicious fragrances that yeah, just give this cozy and very beautiful sensation, oh my goodness, SORADORA and their fragrance Mellow is such a hit in my collection. It literally made me go and revisit all of my Violet perfumes, because this is a very big note in this composition, which is powdery, which is a little bit nostalgic, just really laid back and rather feminine, floral and sweet. So the most noticeable notes in here are these almost Parma violets, a little bit makeup-y, powdery, mixed with floral, orange blossom and almond, heliotrope, vanilla, musk and raspberry, that gives it a bit of a fruity berry nuance, and it made me want to smell more of these violety, powdery perfumes with floral and also fruity aspects. So I got deep into my Violet like collection of perfumes and realized I don't have a lot of fragrances quite like it, so it's unique. There is even like a part in there that reminds me of this bad girl right here, Oriana by Parfums de Marlene, because of vanilla and raspberry, but Violet in here is so huge that it is definitely very different. But just like for a second, sometimes when you're wearing it and it changes, and it does that a lot, then I kind of get that idea. Or another fragrance that I'm thinking of wearing it is actually Insolence by Guerlain, which I don't have, and right now I'm craving it so hard. But some other fragrances in my collection kinda in that style would be definitely In Love with Everything by Imaginary Authors, and who remembers this release? It is so much fun, it is so bright and just, you know, bubbly, flirty scent of punch with palm sugar and almost acidic raspberry citrus vibe. So this is more like fruity, berry, crisp, sour. So I'm missing violets in here, and I wanted like violets mixed with berries and florals. So it's not quite that, but I've been layering it with some other fragrances in my collection. For example, in January, I discovered the new Tenderly collection by the fantastic, very affordable and cool brand Fantasy Community Perfumes that I had a pleasure to actually discover last year, and now they have a new collection and I've already kind of reviewed it for you, but Tropical Ecstasy is the one I want to point out for this month, although I've been really into their beautiful Mandarin perfume, and there is another one that smells of nice strawberry cake. But there is something very special about Tropical Ecstasy because it is definitely an explosion of different tropical and exotic fruity notes. It smells juicy, but there is like almost dirty, clean and powdery animalic background in there, and I know that it sounds surreal, powderiness with something dirty mixed with exotic fruits, and at the same time it works and I love it a lot. There is something almost like clean in there, but once again maybe like dirty woodsiness in the background, and I love it. So it was really nice, especially once again in the winter, to wear such a fruity fragrance that is vibrant, that is bright, but goes well with the weather, because typically I prefer fruity fragrances when it is hot and I want something refreshing, something, you know, fun and light and just carefree. Then I would reach out for my fruity fragrances. So in the winter I might wear something like that as well, but the texture needs to be right. I'm all about textures in perfumes, so that's very important to me. And talking about fruits and violets, as I was searching for a perfume that would be in style of mellow, because it's like a huge inspiration for me right now, and this is actually the perfume I have a discount for. But anyway, I remembered Sex Goddess, and I bought this fragrance from 4160 Tuesdays a while ago to wear specifically before the bedtime, just to feel a bit sexier, because it is amazing, musky, fruity and raspberry fragrance. We have some floral notes in there and they're very, very sensual. I mean, like lily and jasmine, white florals that are not too strong because violet and rose are still noticeable, and mixed with plum and black currant and that raspberry, once again, it just works for me so well. But there is not much of sweetness in here because the base is musky and oak mossy, very elegant, very classy in fact. So that reminded me, because of the mossy element, of the new release by Francesca Bianchi that is called Love for Sale. And you guys, I got it like in the end of the last year, and I took it with me to Romania on my vacation, and I loved it so much there that now when I smell it, I'm totally reminded of, you know, just gambling around Romanian streets, and it was a lot of fun. But the fragrance is so interesting, and actually if we compare notes-wise, it is a bit similar to Mellow, because in both we got the note of violet mixed with vanilla, with berries, and some other notes, but it is so huge on aldehydes, and I love them because they give the fragrance which is definitely in Francesca Bianchi style. In case you're familiar with her perfumes, they're rather vintagey, animalic, and the note of leather in here is huge, but it is mixed with aldehydes, and that's another note that can give that old-fashioned vibe to perfume. So this fragrance might not be for everyone, but I like that despite a pretty sharp opening that is a little bit metallic mixed with fruits, it's an odd feeling, but it's very catchy. In the dry down, it softens a little bit, and all the textures, that's once again I'm a huge fan of. I'm always looking for a texture just to hold on in a fragrance. It's superb and super long lasting. I mean, like on closing, it lasts till you wash it, and it has massive projection. And Francesca Bianchi perfumes are not for everyone. They are for perfumistas, for perfume lovers, for fragrance obsessed people who want to just get something out of this world. But for, you know, general public, speaking very frankly with you, it's not necessarily a very easy perfume to wear. However, I've been so much into it, and that's what matters. And once again, there are violets in here, and it is kind of like the idea of something darker, like I would wear mellow during the day, because it's that very pleasant and attractive and just addictive fragrance I want more and more of. But Love for Sale, it's not one of those perfumes. I'm careful with it. I don't overspray this fragrance because it might get eventually a little bit too much, but like a few spritzes and it's so sexy. And you guys know that animalic notes are always very, very appealing to me. So to have a fragrance in this style from Francesca is very nice, especially because of the aldehydes. Otherwise, it's just too similar for her work, and I'm still waiting for a gorgeous gourmand from her, as I asked in our live stream on Instagram. So just in case you want to meet her, and she is such a rock star in perfumery, definitely check it out. But speaking of gourmands, oh my god, probably one of my most worn perfumes in January for sure, and overall lately, is this dupe for Vanilla de Aroma. Wait, hold on, I actually have the original fragrance, and you guys know that I love it and I do wear it a lot, and for me that's you know, quite a lot. But One Perfumes, and this is basically a brand that dupes other fragrances, has this version that is called 0477 that is better than Vanilla de Aroma. And I know that might sound oh, right now, like when it gets in my nose, it just does something to my brain, and I'm so happy, which makes total sense because it's about vanilla, it's about sweet notes, and they're always stimulating, they're relaxing, they are kind of pheromones, and this smells like dessert but in a perfume way. It's not an edible fragrance, yet vanilla in here with cacao. It will remind you of a beautiful dessert, and the orange pop in the opening, I just love it so much. I just need to spray it on me because it once again, it's so me. And there is this cardamom and the touch, like a spritz of booze and patchouli. But what I really like about the dupe that I'm not getting in Vanilla de Aroma, because it's actually it's not sweeter, but it is just sweet and beautiful. In here we get like almost a cosmetic nuance, and that's such a light note, but it adds to the texture that I've already spoke enough about in today's video. But like, I am a huge fan of powdery perfumes, and if you don't like when the fragrances are too powdery but you like more cosmetic vibe, oh, this is so pleasant. This is a compliment magnet. If you want to go out and return home with compliments, that's the perfume you need in your life. It is unisex 100%, and it is a must-have. Like, I have sold it to so many people, and I want to sell it to more because like I want the world to smell better. And this fragrance is just something I've been wearing a lot to the parties. I've been mixing it with other perfumes. Sometimes I just spray it on myself being at home, and it's a great fragrance if you love vanilla because it offers something different on the term of this note. And I just really love it, and don't think you need to pay the price for Vanilla de Aroma when in here you will get the same for less, and even more. But on that note, I guess that's all for today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed watching, maybe learned something new and got inspired. If so, I would really appreciate your thumbs up, and also feel free to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. I'm looking for your comments down below, and if you want to get any of these perfumes, feel free to check out for discounts down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and if you have any ideas for future content, I would like to find out what's on your mind, and we'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.